What's good, Liberators? Fingers here, and this is another edition of DX2 Demon Review, wrapping up our mini-series, the Slutty Demon Summer Showcase. And to cap things off, we are talking about the blue flamestress extraordinaire, Cybele. And for the record, I'm not really into blue chicks, but I know many of you are. And that's why we are talking about the lady, Cybele, today. A mother goddess that originated in Phrygia. She is considered to be an equivalent to the goddess Rhea after being incorporated into Greek culture. Cybele is also known for her relationship with the beautiful youth Attis, whom she fell in love with, but his disloyalty drove her mad, as illustrated by the crazy girl eyes in Kaneko's illustration. Nice touch there, buddy. Being the mistress of animals, lions are often depicted at the sides of her throne, or drawing her chariot. Pretty cool. As for the stats, she is one of those wonderful magic girls that we hear so much about. Magic at 202, hype it up to 222, cap it off at 242. Can't go wrong there. Her other stats are a mishmash of mediocrity, and you can pretty much go with whatever you need her to do at any given time. Being that I only run her in Demopocalypse, I only see her being viable in Demopocalypse and Alter World, if and you got the panels for it. So there you go. She drains fire, cool. Weak to ice, cool. Resists force, resists dark, useless. Knows light, completely useless. Skills. The transferable merciless blow, plus 20% damage when attacking the enemy's weak point, making her great for both Demopocalypse and that Alter World fire farm, as previously denoted. Her second skill, Mar Agidine, which is the strongest transferable fire sweep skill with the power of 120. So if you're looking to pump up that Demopocalypse score, if you're looking to speed up that fire Alter World farm, this is the skill you want to focus on, depending on where you use her in Demopocalypse, of course. I believe I have her on my initial wave, but she is perfectly viable in that boss wave as well. And for the unique skill, and the reason she is so special, Magna Mater. While the demon with this skill is alive, all party members will receive the following effect: plus 10% to fire skill damage, awesome, plus 10% to healing skill effectiveness, useless. And I love demons that do this, though, that give party-wide bonuses that go above and beyond your usual buffs. And this is another great example of that. And if you are looking to be top tier in Demopocalypse on fire, this girl is an essential part of that roster. You can't do it without her. Just no questions. She's in the roster somewhere along the way. And if you pump this up, you can give her an additional 20 magic, capping her out at, what would it be? It would be 282? No, 262. 262 capped if you go full bore with her. I don't think many people will, but hey, it's an option. As for the archetype skill, you can only multi-fuse this girl at great personal cost. And she gets Trisagion, which is the strongest single-target transferable fire skill on the market with a power of 180. So again, if you are looking to pump up that Demopocalypse score and you run her in the boss wave, boom, there's your big money. As stated before, I only run her in Demopocalypse, so I got Fire Boost on there, though Fire Amp, Fire Survivor, there's others that I forget the name of that boost fire damage. You know what I'm talking about. Get them on there, give them to her. And since I run her in my first wave of Demopocalypse, she's got the Auto Tarukaja, basically a necessity if you want to be doing good scores in Demopocalypse. You got to get that Auto Terrakaja somewhere in both of your initial waves for your main team and your B team, because it takes you off. It's 100% needed if you're looking to get that top 3% and get those good rewards. And if you can slip those Auto Racundas in there as well, all the better. As for brands, you know what to give. I don't need to tell you to give her spell brands, for Pete's sake. You know what to do with her. As for these spirit panels, which, again, I must caution you, I don't have any of her panels because she is a multi-fusion demon, which means she is very expensive to fuse. I don't recall off the top of my head how much it costs to make her, but what the hell, let's take a look, because we are nothing if not professional and concise. Okay, so she's 1.5 mil for the fusion. She requires a demon that costs 500,000 mag, I believe it is, to fuse Attis. And yes, 200,000 to fuse Attis, okay. And that's not too terrible, but she also requires a common Ashura, which is going to run you about 2.5 mil, give or take, I believe, because Ashura is 4x4 fusion, and doing the common archetype, you're going to get a big discount doing it that way. So I would put this at roughly 5 to 6 million mag if you want to fuse one of this bad spark bitch here. So that's something to consider. It's gonna cost you. You're gonna need to make, oh boy, what is it, 11 of her, 1 original and 10 dupes, if you want to cap her out, because common spirit panels, common spiritizing, only gives you 60 spirits. Again, something that should change, but there it is. For her first panel, reduces the cost of fire skills by 1 MP. Hey, cool beans. Useless for me, because again, I only run her in Demopocalypse, where MP is not a factor at all. Panel 2, minus 50% to fire damage received. Crucial if you're planning on using her for your Alter World fire farms. These panel 2s that reduce elemental damage give you some great overbreak, so always bear that in mind. And the Big Mama Jamma Panel 3, and if you're looking to be the best of the best in the Fire Demopocalypse, as long as this demon is alive, plus 10% to fire damage and plus 10% to healing skill effectiveness, all allies, making her Magna Mater pop off at 20% damage to all of your fiery demons out there. And her crowning achievement, nothing to sneeze at, but again, that's gonna cost. That's gonna cost big time. We're talking 50, 60 mil if you're looking to break the bank with her. So unless you really, really, really like her booty, it's gonna cost. And always remember, if you're spending all that mag on one demon, you are neglecting all the others. So that's the calculation you got to make, as always, with this game. And that about wraps it up for this blue fiery demoness, capping off the Slutty Demon Summer Showcase. And though, again, I'm not into the blue chicks, I will say I believe she's got the nicest rack of all the demons that we've discussed this week. And hey, when you got it, you gots it. Don't get captured.